Have you ever looked at your cat, really looked at them, and wondered something simple but deep? Do you love me? Not in the way we say it, not with words or hugs, but in your own quiet, mysterious way. Do you actually love me? Because sometimes it's hard to tell. They walk away when you call them, ignore you for hours, sit near you but not too close, and just when you think you understand them, they do something completely unexpected. And yet, there are these small moments that feel different, that feel personal, and if you slow down enough to notice them, you realize something beautiful. Cats do say, "I love you," just not in human language. They say it in looks, in movements, in presence, in quiet little signals that are easy to miss. One of the softest ways is a slow blink. When your cat looks at you, softens their eyes, and slowly closes them. That's trust, because animals don't close their eyes around something they don't trust. So when your cat does that, they're saying, "I feel safe with you." And in their world, safety is love. Then there's their presence, not loud affection, not constant attention, just sitting near you, following you quietly from room to room, choosing to be around you without asking for anything. And that choice matters because cats don't stay close to just anyone. So when they keep choosing you, they're saying, "This is where I feel safe." The gentle head bump is another sign. When they press their head against you, they're marking you with their scent, saying, "You're part of my world," creating a bond that goes deeper than we realize. And then there's purring, that soft vibration when they sit beside you, showing they're relaxed, comfortable, and safe enough to let their guard down. Sometimes they bring you things, a toy, a random object, and while it might seem strange, to them it's a gift, a way of including you in their world, like saying, "I thought of you." When your cat chooses to sleep near you, that's one of the deepest signs of trust, because sleep is when they are most vulnerable, and choosing you means they feel completely safe. Even their tail speaks. When it's held high with a slight curve, it's a happy greeting, a quiet, "I'm glad you're here." And sometimes, love looks like nothing at all, just your cat sitting calmly in the same room, not needing attention, simply existing peacefully, which means they feel secure enough to relax. But if you go even deeper, you'll start to notice things most people completely miss. Like when your cat shows you their belly, not always asking for a rub, but showing vulnerability, which means they trust you deeply. Or when they need you with their paws, slowly pressing in and out, like they did as kittens with their mother. That's comfort. That's memory. That's them saying you remind them of safety. Sometimes they gently follow your routine, waking up when you wake up, sitting nearby when you wake, waiting when you leave, not because they have to, but because they've connected their world to yours. You might notice your cat sitting quietly and just watching you, not in a strange way, but in a calm, observant way, learning you, understanding you, being present with you. And then there are those soft little moments when they lightly touch you with their paw or rest their body against you just enough to feel you there, like a silent reminder that they are with you. Even the way they respond to your voice matters. The small turn of their head, the slow blink when you speak softly, or the way they come closer without being called loudly, that's recognition, that's emotional connection. And when you've been away for some time, notice how they react when you return. Maybe they don't jump on you like a dog would, but they come near, sit close, or quietly stay around you more than usual. In their own way, they're saying they missed you. Over time, your cat learns your moods too. They can sense when you're calm, when you're stressed, when you're quiet, and sometimes, without you even realizing, they stay a little closer during those moments. That's not random. That's awareness, and awareness is a form of love. And there's even more hidden in their behavior if you keep paying attention, like when your cat chooses your scent over everything else, sleeping on your clothes, your pillow, or anything that smells like you, because the scent brings them comfort and familiarity. Or when they groom you gently, licking your hand or your hair, which is something cats usually do only with those they trust deeply. It's a bonding behavior, a way of saying, "You're part of me." Sometimes they sit in places where they can watch you from a distance, not because they're ignoring you, but because they feel connected even without being close. Even their small sounds, soft meows, chirps, or little trills, are often reserved just for you, because cats don't use those sounds the same way with other cats. They develop them for humans they trust. And if you really think about it, your cat doesn't have to stay with you. They don't have to come back to you. They don't have to sit near you or follow you or blink at you or sleep beside you. But they do, again and again, every single day. And that choice, repeated over time, is what makes it so meaningful. Because in a world where they could stay distant, they choose connection. In a world where they could stay guarded, they choose trust. And in a world where they could stay alone, they choose you. And if we go even deeper into this connection, you'll begin to notice something even more powerful. Your cat slowly start becoming a part of your emotional world in ways you didn't expect. There are days when you feel low, quiet, or disconnected, and somehow, without you calling them, your cat appears. Maybe they don't jump on you. Maybe they don't make noise. They just sit nearby or lie down next to you, as if they understand something you never said out loud. And in those moments, their presence feels heavier, more meaningful, like they're grounding you without even trying. That's not training. That's emotional awareness. Cats are incredibly sensitive to energy, to tone, to small changes in behavior, and over time, they learn yours. They recognize when you're calm, when you're stressed, when your routine changes, and they respond in their own quiet ways. Sometimes they become more playful when you need distraction. Sometimes they become calmer when you need peace. And sometimes they simply stay close, doing nothing at all, because that's exactly what you need. And maybe you don't notice it right away, but over time, those small patterns build something deeper, a connection that doesn't rely on words, a bond that exists in silence. And the more you pay attention, the more you realize your cat isn't just living in your space. They're sharing your life. They notice you. They remember you. They adjust to you. And slowly, without making it obvious, they care about you